Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley's BF. Everything to know about Robert Shiver. Savannah Chrisley's boyfriend, Robert Shiver, is a former football player who has an interesting backstory. Keep reading to find out more. Robert Shiver. Robert Shiver, 40, born in 1985, is from Thomasville, GA. Shiver has worked at Senior Life Insurance since 2009. In college, Robert played football at Auburn University. Initially, he was a walk-on, but eventually earned a 3-year scholarship for the Auburn Tigers. He was also named team captain in his senior year. Robert married his ex-wife in 2007. His ex-wife, Lindsay Shiver, is also from Thomasville and went to Auburn University with Robert. Lindsay was a cheerleader at the college and also was named Miss Houston County in 2005. Lindsay and Robert have 3 children together named Grayson, Landon, and Rhett. Robert filed for divorce in 2023 after learning about Lindsay's attempted murder scandal. Lindsay, the alleged boyfriend Terrence Bethel, and the alleged hitman from the Bahamas were accused of plotting the murder of Robert. The 3 were arrested in Abaco, Bahamas, where Robert and Lindsay shared a home. They were arrested after the discovery of WhatsApp messages that proved the alleged plot to kill Robert. Lindsay and her accomplices were released on bail, but she violated her bond agreement by going on Good Morning America. The bail was revoked, and she is currently in custody in the Bahamas as of October 2024. Chrisley's and Shiver's relationship. Savannah Chrisley was previously engaged to late Nick Curdles, but parted ways with him in 2020. In September of 2023, people announced that Savannah and Robert were dating. Savannah Chrisley sent Robert an Instagram DM after learning about his situation. Savannah's message read, "Hey, I'll be praying for you." Robert went on Savannah's podcast and said, "Savannah Chrisley followed with you had gone viral. I was just being a kind person." Chrisley wants to keep the alleged murder plot private from the kids, stating she has so much respect for the children that she would not talk about it in front of them. In November 2023, Savannah Chrisley posted a picture on Instagram showcasing her relationship with Shiver. Fans are upset at the idea of Chrisley being in a new relationship, even though her ex-fiance has passed away, and she should still be mourning the death of Nick Curdles. In January 2025, Savannah had Robert on her podcast, Unlocked, with the title Meet My Boyfriend. They first met in person in Boston on their way to a Morgan Wallen concert. Shiver says he has met her parents, stating Julie Chrisley is an incredible human being, but says Todd Chrisley has not been as open to meeting Robert. If you've been following Savannah Chrisley's journey, from reality TV stardom to sudden parenthood and public heartbreak, you know she's no stranger to life's plot twists. But even her most loyal fans were taken aback when she quietly started stepping out with Robert Shiver, a man whose name has been making headlines for reasons far beyond a romantic connection. Robert Shiver isn't your average Instagram boyfriend or attention-hungry influencer. He's got a story of his own, one that reads like a suspense novel mixed with Southern charm. And Savannah, of all people, may be the perfect one to help him write the next chapter. A Southern gentleman with scars to show, Robert Shiver hails from the South, just like Savannah, and shares her deep appreciation for family values, faith, and resilience. A former Auburn University football player, Robert is built like a linebacker and talks like a man raised with yes moms and front porch manners. He once had dreams of going pro in football, and although those dreams didn't fully materialize, he never lost that competitive fire or the Southern grit. Before Savannah, Robert was married, and that's where things take a turn no one could have scripted. The wild twist, a murder plot exposed. Robert became a household name not because of touchdowns or reality TV, but because of a chilling crime story straight out of Dateline. In 2023, news broke that his now ex-wife, Lindsay Shiver, had allegedly conspired to have him killed while they were vacationing in the Bahamas. Yes, killed. She was reportedly caught discussing the plan in a WhatsApp message with two local men, one of whom was allegedly her lover. The plan fell apart when police, investigating an unrelated break-in, stumbled upon the messages and thwarted the sinister scheme. The public was horrified and fascinated. And Robert, calm, collected, and incredibly composed, he stepped out of the shadows as a man who had not only survived betrayal. Enter Savannah Chrisley. At first, fans wondered if they were just friends. After all, Savannah, the outspoken and fearless star of Chrisley Knows Best, was dealing with her own emotional wreckage. Her parents, Todd and Julie, had been sentenced to federal prison for financial crimes, and she had taken on the unexpected role of raising her younger brother and niece. But slowly, a different narrative emerged. Savannah wasn't just being supportive. She was smitten. The couple was first spotted together casually, but it wasn't long before their connection became Instagram official. With Robert standing tall next to her in family photos, vacation shots, and candid moments on her podcast, it was clear that Savannah had found someone who brought her peace in the storm. What draws them together? On paper, they couldn't be more different. She's a reality TV star turned beauty entrepreneur and podcast host. He's a quiet former athlete navigating the aftermath of an unthinkable betrayal. But underneath it all, Robert and Savannah share a common thread: survival. Both have stared down personal tragedy. Both have had to grow up in the public eye. And both have been forced to redefine family, strength, and identity. Savannah has spoken openly about how her faith has been her compass. Robert echoes that same sentiment, often quoting scripture and referencing the power of forgiveness and grace. Their bond isn't just about attraction, it's about healing. Private but powerful. Despite their growing public presence as a couple, Robert remains largely private. He's not one to chase camera time or exploit his trauma for clicks. Instead, he supports Savannah from the sidelines, cheering her on, showing up when it counts, and letting her take the spotlight she was born for. That kind of humility has made fans admire him even more. In a world full of attention-seeking partners and PR-motivated romances, Robert is a refreshing change. He's the kind of man who knows who he is and doesn't need applause to prove it. Savannah's inner circle reacts. Nanny Faye, always one to speak her mind, reportedly loves Robert. That man's been through hell, she allegedly quipped, but he still opens doors and says grace. Chase, Savannah's brother, remains cautiously optimistic. He's always been protective of his sister, but can't deny Robert's good heart. Even Savannah's late father, Todd, has weighed in on Robert from behind bars. According to Savannah, Todd gave Robert his approval after a long phone call and a deep conversation about loyalty, integrity, and putting family first. Coming from Todd Chrisley, that stamp of approval means something. What's next for Savannah and Robert? Savannah hasn't confirmed any engagement rumors yet, but fans have noticed her smiling more, posting cryptic captions about forever, and wearing a mysterious ring on that finger. Could Robert be the one? Sources close to Savannah say she's taking things one day at a time, especially with the pressure of raising Grayson and Chloe. But they also say she hasn't been this grounded in years. Robert, for his part, seems to have no desire to rush. He's letting love unfold at its own pace, building trust, and showing up in all the ways that matter. Final thoughts. A love built on second chances. If there's one thing Savannah Chrisley's fans have learned, it's that life doesn't always go according to plan. But that doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. Robert Shiver may have stepped into her life during a dark chapter, but together, they're writing something new, something softer, something stronger. He may have been the man whose wife plotted to kill him, but now he's the man helping Savannah believe in love again.